3 items unicorn. Red delivery for you.
It's a historic moment for Indian cricket team.
History will be rewritten on Sony.
Top news headlines. Minister TOMTV Satyabrata distributes old age pension cards to beneficiaries. Nagaland Chief Minister Rio, opposition leader Ziliang call for early solution to Naga issue. And India's COVID-19 case tally crosses 10 million mark, death toll stands at 1,45,136. A very good afternoon and welcome to Times of Manipur News today at 1 p.m. This is MASACO NINGTHOUJAM giving you the latest news updates. Before we get into the news, a COVID advisory for the general public. As a responsible citizen, it is our duty to minimize the spread of coronavirus as much as possible. Wash your hands frequently with soap for at least 20 seconds. Using an alcohol-based sanitizer also helps keep the virus at bay. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth. Avoid stepping out unless absolutely necessary. Always wear a mask before stepping out and even in your own home in the presence of outsiders, as masks have been proven effective in containing the virus. Maintain a social distance of at least 2 meters in public places. And now the news in detail. Manipur Labour and Employment Minister TOMTV Satyabrata Singh today distributed old age pension cards to beneficiaries of Wankai during a function at his private residence in Brahmapur Bhagyapati Laikai. Speaking at the event, Minister Satyabrata stated that all the legislators under the BJP-led government in the state have been able to work smoothly for the development and welfare of the people. He stated that the government has been focusing on income and employment generation for the public. A total of 324 old age pension cards, 207 under Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pension Scheme and 117 under Manipur Old Age Pension Scheme were distributed at the event. Satyabrata added that more pension cards will be distributed to the beneficiaries in the next phase soon. The minister mentioned that the government also provides Rs 20,000 each to widows under one-time widow pension scheme. The Labour and Employment Minister sought support and cooperation of the masses in the government activities. Ward number 18 corporator and members of Ward number 18 and 19 were also present at the occasion.
aduna akoina ngamjaba akoina sialingai matandadi atumai khenaba nusidadaba amaga tongan labi potu topiraga hangba yaba mayamsi maram chaba mafamda hanan ayose akoi daitani khana khana banajabani.
Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio and opposition leader T.R. Ziliang have jointly called upon the central government to take early steps to the decades-long Naga political issue. The media report said both Rio and Ziliang said they have issued the joint statement for peace and unity. The state government had convened a consultative meeting with representatives of all the civil society organizations, political parties, ex-parliamentarians and public leaders. Reports added that the opposition NPF acknowledged the content and spirit of the resolutions adopted during the October 15th consultative meeting and is committed to actively support all initiatives towards resolution of the Naga issue, the joint statement said. The Nagaland government also hailed the NPF party resolution adopted in a meeting under the banner of Political Affairs Mission on September 14th. With 25,153 new infections in the last 24 hours, India's COVID-19 case tally crossed the 10 million mark, said the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare yesterday. According to the Union Health Ministry, the total number of recovered and active cases in the country are 95,50,712 and 3,08,751 respectively. Meanwhile, the country's death toll stands at 1,45,136. As per the media report, Kerala reported the maximum number of new cases in the country with 6,293 new COVID-19 infections in the last 24 hours. Maharashtra reported 3,940 new COVID-19 infections, 3,119 discharges and 74 deaths today. National capital Delhi reported 1,139 new COVID-19 cases, 2,168 recoveries and 32 deaths. There are 10,358 active cases in the capital territory. The Global COVAX Alliance, which aims to ensure equitable access to COVID-19 vaccines for low-income countries, said that it had arrangements in place to access nearly 2 billion doses of the coronavirus vaccine candidates on behalf of 190 participating economies. Meanwhile, the global tally of coronavirus cases stands at 7.63 crore. While 5.35 crore have recovered, 16.87 lakh have died so far. The United States, the worst-hit country, has 1.78 crore cases and 3,20,766 have died from the disease there. It is followed by India, Brazil, Russia and France. It's time for a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Now, enjoy 20% extra on Kangla Popcorn, Kangla Milky Balls and Kangla Rings.
Kangla.
Watch an encounter with Jeet Ningomba, one-to-one discussion and analysis on political,
BJP-led government sigi pandam di khange peace purpose.
education,
education phahange di oja awat pahapa.
sports,
Sanabung Chengwachi, Sports House Nina Lerga Yaroi.
arts and culture,
Art and culture si ekhoi ga thanaba yadraba ekhoi gi
and many more. Every Friday at 7 p.m. only on Times of Manipur. TOMTV. Repeat telecast on every Saturday at 10 a.m. Don't miss it.
Lamdamusida ihan hanbo oina miyam da Kangla water gi 20 liter jar supna tagi lupa tara da fangan jargani. Loina half liter bottle tara mangana saba pekta supna tagi lupa humputra mangada fangan jari. Kudong chaba si factory da laktuna lobidawa yagani. Aku pamorol gidamak lengsin bidau Kangla water Maibo Kul Mamang Lekai Imphal S 795002. Aikogi contact number 8257888737.
Ehaki ipuroibana COVID-19 gi layong ulakpadagi test tawrubada positive oiramle. Nakna laiminarubana ehaksu test tawrubada positive oiramle. Aikhoina home isolation tawbagi ayaba phanglo matungda doctor na hidak amasung ishagi oxygen level check tawnabagi damakta oximeter pibirakhi. Home isolation da lairingaida aigi ipuroibagi oxygen level nemtharakpadagi Jenims Hospital da pukhatkhi. Positive oibagi certificate paibana amuk hanna test tawdana matam manghandana makha taba layeng chathaki. Asumna anganba matamda test tawthoktuna matam chana layeng hobuna laina asidagi thuna phagatpa ngamhore amasung aigi imung manung busu laina asidagi ngakthokpa ngamhore.
Lai haurakpadagi COVID-19 oiramgadra haina singnabadagi test tawba laksabani adubu laibak phabana negative oiramle. Miyamsu isada COVID-19 gi layong ubiragadi soidana test tawthokpiyu naba bulot laga thambiganu.
Lepa leitana sandorokliba COVID-19 thingnanaba test tawthokpa yamna maru oi. Karigumbada positive oirabasu matam chana layeng horabadi laina asina sokchandringaida adombu kanmangamgani. COVID-19 gi layong utramaksu positive oiramba yai haina jingnaba lairabadi soidana test tawthokpiyu. COVID-19 gi symptom laina test tawthoktana laisanba matamda isada nattana imung manunggi miyoising amasung kairo lekai gi miyoisingsu khudong thiba tholakpa yai.
COVID-19 gi layong sing haibadi lok laiho khanau naba manam maha phaurak taba
khong hamdharakpa amadi nungsa shor honbada warakpa tarabadi sungshoy shoydana athuba matamda test tokthokpigadabani positive oiramba tarabashu home isolation tobhiraga government gi maikhaidagi vitamins amasung oximeter pizagani loinana haksel gi mari leinaba miyoi ama matam punamakta adongi matengi damak leigani kawiraganu chingnababu leibirabadi sungshoy shoydana test tokthokpiyo.
Welcome back after the break. Manipur has identified a total of 39,991 healthcare workers, HCW, working in various districts of the state for COVID-19 vaccination in the first phase, estimated to be given to 1 crore HCW and 2 crore frontline workers for the nation, a local newspaper report said. State Nodal Officer Immunization, Dr. T.H. Nandakishore, said that the state has taken up all necessary steps for COVID-19 vaccination as per the Union Health and Family Welfare Ministry's instruction. Nandakishore said the Government of India had set the target of 41,000 HCWs from the state for the first phase of COVID-19 vaccination. However, so far, 39,991 HCWs have been identified, including from private and government hospitals, Anganwadi workers and helpers, Integrated Child Development Service ICDS supervisors, and Child Development Project Officers CDPOs. A team of Imphal East Commando led by Inspector Sanju searched houses this morning in and around Palace Compound in Imphal. Nearly 55 houses were searched and 130 residents were verified. However, there were no reports of arrest or detention of anyone. The Manipur Government Higher Secondary Lecturers Welfare Association Manipur has expressed pleasure over the approval of ROP 2019 by the State Cabinet. Farmers protesting against the 3 farm laws are observing Shahidi Divas or Martyrs' Day as a tribute to those who died during the agitation, even as a biting cold gripped areas in and around Delhi today. The farmers are steadfast in their demands and want the black laws to be repealed, even as the protests enter day 24. According to media reports, the Indian Meteorological Department (IMD) today said that Delhi recorded the coldest morning as the temperature dipped to 3.4 degrees Celsius, the season's lowest. Reports added several medical personnel from Punjab have also joined in to help the farmers protesting at Singhu border near Delhi. Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar yesterday said that another round of talks between the centre and the protesting farmers could be held in the next 2 to 3 days. The Chief Minister said this after his meeting with Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar in his residence. It's time for another short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
It's a historic moment for Indian cricket team.
History will be rewritten on Sony Sports when King Kohli and team play their first overseas paintball day and night test against Australia. Watch Australia versus India first test 17th December 8:30 AM onwards only on Sony Sports channels.
Lamjingbo Finance na COVID-19 athogalliba khudong chadba mayam asi usiraga collateral security yautana document changdana yamna komo mongda loan fanganjagani shahida subnatagi chada tarani thoigi interest rate tap business loan against property vehicle loan commercial equipment loan commercial vehicle loan ki khudong chaba pisari han loan lawi ki basingi su anagu makhal gi loan asi lawi ki khudong chaba pisagani akupo morol gi ma contact tobiro Lamjingbo Finance Nagamapal. Contact number 7085-831-502 Natraga 9862-629-399.
Welcome back after the break. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today made a surprise visit to the historic Gurudwara Rakabganj and paid tributes to Guru Tegh Bahadur, the 9th Sikh Guru. Citing government official, media reports said there was no police arrangements as there was no prior information about the Prime Minister's arrival. No traffic barriers were put in place to restrict movement of commuters. Guru Tegh Bahadur, whose death anniversary was observed yesterday, was cremated at Gurudwara Rakabganj, which is near Parliament House in New Delhi. There was also no police bandobast or traffic barriers to the common man during the visit, the report added. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, who had been under pressure from his detractors in the ruling Nepal Communist Party to withdraw a controversial ordinance this morning, recommended dissolution of parliament. According to media reports, the recommendation was cleared at an emergency meeting of the cabinet convened by Prime Minister Oli today. Energy Minister in Prime Minister Oli's cabinet, Barshaman Pun, today announced in Kathmandu that today's cabinet meeting had decided to recommend the president to dissolve the parliament. The surprise move comes at a time Prime Minister Oli was under intense pressure from the rival factions of the NCP led by former Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal. Prime Minister Oli had last evening met President Bidya Devi Bhandari at her official residence, Sheetal Nivas. And now let's take a look at the local newspaper headlines. The Shanghai Express. 30 crore people will get vaccine in 6 to 7 months, says Health Minister. Single-day positive cases drop to 58, 2 succumb. Post-acquittal of Lukosai Zhou. CSOs seek re-investigation. Chief Minister launches emergency response support system. Ex-BJP MLA's petitions. High Court reserves verdict. Imphal Free Press. Manipur identifies 39,991 healthcare workers for COVID-19 vaccination first phase. NFHS report finds increasing cases of child marriage in state. Cases increased to 16.3% in 2019-20 from 13.7% in 2015-16. Chief Minister Biren launches emergency response support system. Start cultivating sustainable crops, Minister Letpao tells poppy cultivators. The People's Chronicle. Centre eyeing to establish Northeast Sea Rail link. Multi-level parking in Imphal soon. Chief Minister launches ERSS, assures viable forensic lab. Government bans agitation by doctors. Active caseloads contract as new cases dip. And now, before we wrap up, the top news headlines once again. Minister TOMTV Satyabrata distributes old age pension cards to beneficiaries. Nagaland Chief Minister Rio, opposition leader Zeliang call for early solution to Naga issue. And India's COVID-19 case tally crosses 10 million mark. Death toll stands at 1,45,136. And that's all for news today at 1 p.m. Thank you for watching.